let me ask some, Mike, because you're a union guy. You're a union
I
guy,
am.
and a lot of union people, they stick by their guns. They vote Republican, no matter what. For whatever reason, that seems to be a problem, a place where Democrats miss a whole lot.
It
Why do you think that Democrats and the unions don't seem to jibe? And what are the maybe two or three issues that are the most important to people that you talk to in your unions?
You named one of them. I'll tell you right now, guns are a big one because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people who work in unions also own firearms. I own firearms. Like
Mm-hmm.
we have a culture of hunting, a culture of going to the range up here. Like
Yeah.
it's not like that was never a thing that was known. I think that it it's been a years long process of basically telling union members, hey, we recognize we're gonna, basically hurt you economically every chance we get. But all this other stuff's more important. So let's focus on how we can, hate this group or how
Right.
we can say we're going to support you on this thing, but actually not.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been doing this for years. They've been telling, I've had arguments with people in my union where they said, how can you support that horrible president who's going to take your guns away? And then just recently I was like, you know, I never heard a Democratic president say you can't bring a gun to a public thing. Never
No,
once. But I
never.
heard Trump say it last Tuesday. I've never heard any public official who was a Democrat say that they were going to arrest you for having a firearm that you were
Exactly.
legally allowed to own. But I heard multiple members of his cabinet say it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
I, I I know we get the idea that Democrats are the, people who are against 2A
Coming for your guns.
coming for your guns, right? But
Never happened.
it was never about that.
No.
And I just think that a lot of union members are starting to realize that they've been getting kicked in the teeth economically for years because of promises that they weren't actually even getting. Things that they were told, oh, we'll never do that. We're going to make government small. We're going to lower your taxes. Taxes are a huge one. This last bit, I had to ask people, so what's a tariff? A tariff's a sales tax on you, on the purchaser, on the person who's finally going to purchase the thing because it's charged to the person who's selling it. Do you think they don't pass those costs on to the customers? I think they determine in the final, and this was a relatively conservative think tank, 94% of the tariffs costs were passed on to the consumers.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, we haven't even seen all of the tariffs come through. A lot of the stuff that happened before was because of old inventory that they had that they could still sell at a reasonable rate. So they've been slowly building that up. So hoping that people won't notice, hey, it costs thousands more to do this now. You can't get an automobile just about anywhere for near the same price because everything's going up in price.
Yeah.
I know in particular how he treated Canada and Mexico. I mean, I don't think people realize in the last trade agreement, we're a very cross-border kind of automotive industry now.
Mm-hmm.
Not just plants down there, but parts.
Yes.
So, let's say the factories in Michigan, but the aluminum might come from Canada.
Mm-hmm.
This part might come from Mexico. We had a very active border of the automotive industry going back and forth. And as soon as those tariffs went into place, you can't have a 50% increase on anything and expect it not to vastly increase the final product's price.
Yeah.
So